Am I too old to conceive at 47 years old? Well, it depends. Maybe, maybe not. If we go to the data shows us that the likelihood of natural conception per cycle is only 5% every time we ovulate at 47 years old. Now, it also depends on a few other factors as well. But first, I'd love to hear from you. If you've had a baby over 47, comment below and let us know. And if you're struggling to conceive at 47, drop your questions and we'll see if maybe somebody can offer you some support that's been there and had a baby at 47. But back to the main point. So if you are still cycling regularly, there is a good chance that you are still ovulating. And if you are ovulating, most likely you can conceive as long as your egg quality is well. So to figure these pieces of the puzzle out, we often need to go to the labs and to an ultrasound. So I highly recommend having labs drawn on day 3 of your cycle, between days 1 and 3. So the first day of your period to day 3 of your period. We need to look at your estradiol levels. We need to look at your LH and your FSH. So FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. That's the hormone from your pituitary to your ovaries, telling the follicles to develop and grow. LH is the hormone from the pituitary to the ovaries, telling the body to kick the egg out of the ovary. Now, if your FSH is above 17, 18, chances of conception that cycle are actually pretty low. However, estrogen and FSH work in a little feedback loop with each other. So if FSH is really high and estrogen is low, that can be an indication that we're getting closer to perimenopause or that menopausal stage of our life. Now, if estrogen is higher, FSH is lower, good chance you're still ovulating. But the only way to confirm ovulation with 100% certainty is with an ultrasound. So you could go to your provider's office or your OB's office. You could ask for an antral follicle count. Let's see how many follicles are developing in those ovaries each cycle. And a good provider will track you closer to ovulation with continuous ultrasounds, and then one more after we suspect ovulation to make sure that we can see that that egg popped out of the ovary and ovulation has occurred. So if you're still cycling regularly and you are still ovulating, technically you can still conceive at 47. Doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but there are providers like myself in the Fertility Formula that are here to support you in this journey. So again, if you've got questions or you've had a baby over 47, let's share some hope in the comments below and make sure you subscribe to this video. Thanks for hanging out with me on today's episode of Prescribing the Truth. If you loved our chat, you can find me on all the socials. Come say hi on Instagram at dr.NicholeMorris. And don't forget, I drop exclusive content on YouTube every week, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, I've got to tell you, if you are in need of high-quality, research-backed supplements, check out shopdrmorris.com for my full line of third-party tested, USA-made products. My Prenatal Plus is top of the line for fertility support, and if you've got little ones, grab a bottle of Kids Complete too. Lastly, if you and your husband are trying to conceive naturally without IUI or IVF, my team and I would love to support you, pray with you, and walk this journey with you. Just head over to drnicholemorris.com. That's Dr. Nichole Morris, Nichole with an H, to book a preconception consultation with me. Thanks for joining me today. Stay informed and God bless.